Brevit, this is Salvation representing the Dragon Age origins. I remember Anthony who just talked to...
That's a strange place to store a pitchfork.
What? Why do you see a bleeding pitchfork? Oh. Thanks for pointing out to me, Anders. You have an eye for the important things.
Aye, about time you showed up.
Nemea, you're still here.
I keep my promises. Here, turns out you were right. The cache is here in Amaranthine.
It is? You found it?
I did. What you do with that information is up to you. I for one am done dealing with mages. Word of advice. Don't let him sweet-talk you. He's very good at that.
I guess I should thank you.
Damned right you should. You get caught, Anders, I'm not helping you again. That's all I'm saying.
I suppose that requires some explanation.
Friend of yours, I take it?
Do I detect a note of jealousy? Nemea is a friend. Last time I escaped from the tower, I asked her to look into some things. That's why I was in Amaranthine. The Templars thought I'd come to take a ship, but it was to meet her.
To find a cache?
During the Blight, the Templars moved their store of phylacteries to Amaranthine for safety. My phylactery is among them, Nemea learned. So long as the Templars have that sample of my blood, they can find me. I need to destroy it.
You're right, they shouldn't be allowed to control you.
I know we're busy killing Darkspawn and all, but the sooner we find this vial, the better I'll feel. Well, this is more pleasant than...
I didn't mean to shut you up.
You know, Nathaniel, you're just like me.
Am I now?
Everyone hates your family for something terrible they did, even though you weren't involved.
I hope you have a point, Anders.
It's like you're a mage. If there were more hows, they'd lock all of you up in a tower to protect everyone else.
A thrilling analogy.
So, you think there's an apothecary around here somewhere?
Probably why?
Well, yeah, I don't want to bother you with this, you being my boss and all.
I want to know that everyone's safe and happy.
Right. Look, for the past few days I've had this burning rash. The skin's actually got a sort of greenish look to it.
What did you touch this time?
I didn't touch anything. You know, I bet it's that Grey Warden stuff we had to drink.
No one told you to drink all of it.
Too late for regrets. Yeah, I'll just see if I can't find some nice minty balm somewhere in this town.
How sympathetic am I supposed to be? And looky who's here.
It figures, actually.
What does?
There used to be another statue here. It was a Byron Howe, my great-uncle. He died in the rebellion, helping King Merrick reclaim his throne. Yet his statue is gone. All because of what my father did.
I'll get them to replace it.
Don't bother. Nobody here will want to see it. There's a long line of heroes in my family. The Howes have been around since Callan had. Now it's all gone. And for what? For being on the wrong side of the war? For choosing poorly?
It's up to you to turn that around.
Not too much pressure, right? I wonder what happened to the old statue. Likely propping up the side of a chantry or something. Poor Al Byron. Yeah, statues of her pigeons. I don't want to look at it.
Ah, Nate. There's a chest down there. A potted plant. What am I supposed to do with a bleeding potted plant? Oh, that's a gift too, for crying out loud.
I shall do
Let's
it.
see for whom. I think I know that too. From the living wood, may the Maker smile on Amaranthine and her people. The Templars seek samples of wood from ancient Sylvans. They are close to discovering what twisted magic drives these creatures and how to defeat them. Sylvans have been sighted in the Wending Woods and may be the cause of the trouble along the trade routes. Trade routes, I suppose. Chant the gems. Preying on the weak. My brothers and sisters in the Maker. Cruel thugs are preying upon the men and women, taking refuge outside the city walls, threatening these poor desolate souls with violence unless they give over the money. Will no one come to their defense? Brother Mika. Out of control. The Templars of Amaranthine require the assistance of one experienced with dealing with mages. Please speak to Rylian inside the chantry of Our Lady Redeemer. Chanter Johns. Excuse me. A donation of injury kits. Please help. The chantry supplies are running low. The sisters urgently require a donation of 5 injury kits. Make a tennis case on Amaranthine. Chanter Johns. Yeah, why not? We have enough, don't we?
Repent and have faith, and you shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction.
Yeah.
It shall be done.
A donation of poultices. Please help. The chantry supplies are running low on small. The sisters urgently require a donation of 5 potent health poultices. Make a tennis gaze on Amaranthine. Why not?
All men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest kings.
Alright. I still have enough.
Oh, it is so good to see you, my friend. I contemplated visiting you at Vigil's Keep, but things got busy.
What happened?
The College of the Magi is convening in Cumberland, and I must attend. Hopefully, all this will blow over before it's begun. But you have enough on your mind as it is. I shan't trouble you with this further.
Indulge me. These events affect more than just mages.
Very well. Then perhaps you should know that something stirs within the fraternities. The Libertarians wish to pull away entirely from the Chantry. And if they get enough support...
Pull away entirely? That's madness. I hate Chantry oversight as much as the next mage. But they can't just decide to leave. This is a recipe for disaster.
That is troubling.
Well, it could turn out to be nothing. But keep your ear to the ground anyway. Now, I have a great many preparations to make before I leave for Navarra. But perhaps there is something you can do for me. One of my colleagues, Ines, has spent the last few months in the Wending Wood. The Circle has been unable to reach her, given the trouble in the area. If you happen to find yourself in the wood on your travels, perhaps you could tell her about the meeting of the college.
What's she doing in the Wending Wood?
Oh, who knows, rooting around in the dirt for some obscure plant or other, most likely. She has a keen interest in gardening. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant botany. Hobbies and eccentricities aside, Ines is a well-respected mage and a voice of reason, something we could use on our side. The hour is late and I must go. It was wonderful to see you again. Take care, my friend.
Bye. Oh, I actually like Wynne. I like her a lot. There is a chest down there, which I haven't looted so far. I will eventually go into the Chantry, yes, don't worry. There's a chest up there too. Where is that even? Is that up this gate? Probably.
Very well.
Yes, indeed.
It is begun.
I didn't take this one. path. Alright, there isn't anything else. Good. Chanter's board, okay. Okay. Let's go back up the chantry and inside it. There are enemies here. Ah, yes, of course. Can actually do that right now. I'm not sure which quest that is.
To the rescue! I've got you!
Send me.
You'll be a fine red bitch when I'm done with you.
Do what now?
Oh, get over here! Is the battle over yet? I'd run if I were you! This one's mine!
Don't be a fool.
Ah! Into the fray!
By the ancestors.
You don't stand a chance! Too slow!
Most excellent.
Managed somehow.
As you say.
Huh. Well, what's weird?
I shall do it.
I'm not entirely certain what this is about, to be perfectly honest.
No quarters shall be given.
On! Let's make this quick! Surrender, and we'll be merciful!
Boy?
For the fool is there.
Which one? Alright.
Into the fray!
Our skill has won the day!
I don't think this one of
It
those
is
I can't
begun.
do. I think it's really just
Very
the
well.
smugglers ones and law and order. At least I fervently hope so. Alright. Hang on, Nate. And on the market district, I think there is this mages thing, which was actually why I had Anders. Ah, I need to go into the chantry first. I don't have the quest yet. I mean, yes, but not right. Yes, of course, I need to go inside the chantry first. World map. I wouldn't create. How do I get there? Up here, I suppose. Let's go in here first. And now I think we've covered everything. Hang on, how do we find the Howe family? Alright, we're supposed to find his sister too. Let's first go into the chantry.
Darkspawn was supposed to go away when the archdemon
The
died.
knitted
In
scarf, I
Amaranthine, it's
think,
working.
yes,
Worse than before.
is for you.
You shouldn't have.
May I help you?
Already a posting on the chanter's board.
I am fortunate indeed that the Commander of the Grey has taken a personal interest in this matter. I'm sorry our note was vague, but Amaranthine is a hotbed of Maleficar activity. Details of who and what they were about would undoubtedly get back to them.
Why aren't you taking care of it?
I've only newly taken my vows. The more senior Templars have returned to Denerim for more men. They suggested I find someone more skilled, like you, who could apprehend the Maleficarum.
Maleficarum, here.
Apostates and Maleficarum are all too common across the nation, alas. I have worked with an artist to create these sketches of the three suspects. If you could confront them and question them, you would be doing the Maker's work.
Yes, I thought you wouldn't like that.
The sins of man brought the blight. It's not like Karam to be gone this long. I was sure I would...
Find Orom's husband. Okay.
find him at the inn. We must follow the
Yes.
example of Andraste and reflect upon the chant of light. Your friends and neighbors would do well to heed this lesson and join us.
A blank journal. I also remember who that gets. Who gets that? Crying out loud. Old people we don't yet have.
I shall do it.
People are far too lax in tending to their spiritual affairs.
And who do you think will deal with these mages, my dear friend Anders?
You're quite the dirty little dwarf, aren't you?
You're quite the dirty little mage.
I do my best. Still, I'm no ale-swilling mountain of belches like you.
And I'm no winking, slack-jawed coward like you.
True, we should form a club.
Hey, you're back.
Doors busted down, skulls thumped, and vices preyed upon. But I have answers.
That was quick.
My services are expensive for a reason. I could not unearth the conspirators' identities. They are paranoid. But I know they meet at Old Stark's farm on the Ferroval Plains.
You've lived up to your reputation.
Maker be with you.
See no reason to kill him. Eliminate those plotting against you.
Yes, heart's blood. Perhaps a heart.
What?
Okay.
I'll work quickly as I can. Go away! Consider it done.
Excellent!
Argren wins again.
Actually, that was Anders.
Delilah? Is that really you?
Nathaniel, I had feared the worst.
Times must have been hard, Delilah. But you can do better than this. Come back to the estate until we find somewhere else.
What? Oh, Nathaniel, I didn't marry Albert out of desperation. I adore him. I was so glad to get away from Father's evil. This life is so much better.
Father's evil? Isn't that overstating things a little? He got caught up in politics.
You weren't here. You didn't see what he did, Nathaniel. You want the culprit who destroyed our family? It was him, without question.
I had no idea.
Of course you did. But you always worshipped Father, right from when you were a little boy. Come, brother, let us sit and catch up a bit, shall we?
She said she wants me to come back. Once all this is done. Meet her husband. She's due by the spring. She seems happy. She said Father deserved to die. I still can't believe it.
He did deserve to die. He was an evil man.
I thought he had his reasons. It was a war for Andraste's sake. Before I went to the Free Marches, he was never... How could he have changed so much?
It's not your fault, Nathaniel.
What if I'd never left? I didn't have much choice, but still. I wish I'd known some of this sooner. I feel like such a fool. Now please, let's get back to our business. I need to think.
Hey, when did you level? Why not? Not that I have any idea what that does, actually.
Templars. Templars. Bloody everywhere. Must stay sharp. Templars. Bloody everywhere. Must stay sharp.
You bloody bastard! You won't catch me!
Why do you die so late? That's just odd. Why do they die so belatedly? They should die at once if they get hit by this. Or can they not die until they reach a certain point?
As you say.
We have done well.
Suppose that was all. And where would that be? Over there. Not really. Not really.
I think that's where the Phylactery... By the power and... You will suffer for what you have done to my... apprentices.
Alright, that was done, and I leveled. Dexterity, strength. I think I'll give myself a little more strength eventually, but right now I want to have cunning and dexterity on one level again. Combat training. Yeah, why not survival? Why not? Actually, survival, no. Nope. Yeah. Okay. That's up in the Chantry actually. That's where the Phylacteries are, isn't it? No, I'm not going. Am I?
No guards? Maybe they don't want to draw attention
Shall
to
be
the
done.
cash. Could we be that lucky?
Alright. And you too. Why not this? Let me take a quick look if there's
Sometimes
any
silence is best.
traps about. Doesn't look like it
It
though.
is begun.
I'm out of stealth. Doesn't matter, I have found this. For whom is that even? Is that for you? I don't think that's for you even. Of course not.
That looks fine indeed.
Right. And
Uh-huh.
maybe there'll be a cutscene, but I don't know.
And here I almost
Actually, there
believed the
is.
infamous Anders wouldn't take the bait.
Ah, yes. I suppose I should have known it would be you.
You made a poor choice with this one, Commander. Anders will never submit, not to us and not to you.
He's made a fine grey warden so far.
So far, yes. I'll make sure that this murderer is never a bother to anyone again.
What? No, you can't arrest me! Queen Honora allowed my conscription!
The Chantress authority supersedes the crown in this matter. You
I
cannot
doubt that.
hide within the Grey Warden's ranks.
No, he stays with us.
Hardly surprising. The Grey Wardens have ever been a haven for criminals and Maleficar. I do not know how you inspire such loyalty, Anders, but it will avail you naught. Now you come with us.
It's just the three of them. You take control of that one, please.
I'll get on.
This one. Oops.
Here,
To battle!
Let's fight. Let us do it quickly.
We can do this!
Dishonor!
Surrender! And we'll be merciful!
I wonder if Nemea knew about this. I guess it doesn't really matter. Thank you. You stood by me, and I appreciate that.
What? Just don't try that again? I don't know what she means. You're a friend. Friends stick up for each other.
I guess they do. Anyhow, let's go before someone else rushes in to waggle a finger at us.
Okay. I remember that
As you
was
say.
my timerang. But there's another room that wants to be looted.
As you say. Very well.
No phylactery though. Well, let's head back out. Up towards the chantry. Yeah, let me turn in the chantry's quest first.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest kings.
Alright. Alright. In other words, this was Salvation, Dragon Age Origins. På weiter!